Hello there, my name is Smriti and I will be walking you all through my e-poem project for English 150. So first off, I want to start by introducing the poem I chose. It is I Wandered as Lonely as a Cloud by William Carlos Williams. And this is actually a pretty personal poem in the sense that it's always resonated with me. So I actually first heard this poem through a contest that my 10th grade class held, and it was a March Madness poetry contest. And essentially, we would each read a poem of our choice every day. We would eliminate poems to select the best ones. The poem that won was I Wandered as Lonely as a Cloud. And I remember each day we heard the poem, it was recited by my good friend Heather. This is Heather right here. And just the way she spoke, the way she portrayed this poem. If I were to imagine a daffodil as a person, it would definitely be Heather. She delivered the rich imagery and soft whispers and emphatic declarations of the stars that shone. I thought creating a visual counterpart to her voice would be a nice way to attribute both my experience with this poem as well as what it's brought to our class as a whole. I want to take a moment to outline what stands out about the poem to me. Definitely the lines, the daffodils outdid the waves in sparkling glee, what wealth the show had brought. A poet is, created in this poem, a poet that is content, jovial, at home and at peace in this place. Wealth came from the images that circled his surroundings, the personification of the daffodils fluttering and dancing in the breeze. It's almost similar to the quote, "Life is too short to wait for the rain to pass, so we should dance in it." This is sort of representative of finding beauty and meaning amongst the varying elements of nature, valleys and hills that tower over the flowers, stars that shine high up above. These daffodils reflect their beauty. They don't contest it. They revel in their place. The daffodils are proud of who they are and where they're from and what they stand for. And so these ideas of melodic music and nature scenes kind of shifted out of my head because I needed something that was more applicable to myself as a person. Would I be walking the same Bay Area, the same mountains, the same bed of daffodils that Williams did? I mean, what did that imagery look like for me and my peers? How could we make this poem more applicable to our modern day and age? I was inspired by one of my favorite YouTubers, Michelle Phan, who is internationally known as a makeup artist, but also a dreamer. A dreamer is the narrator I pictured for this poem, and thus her philosophy is such a modern presentation of what Williams describes emotionally and physically in his piece. She encourages creativity, taking comfort in small moments with yourself and those around you, and love for our world and life. This e-poem reflection is a modern version of finding solace amongst small moments, solitude, and experiences that we encounter not only to just relax, but to reflect once more, to take the time to think about our emotions, our movements, our explorations of our surroundings. You notice at the end of the first stanza, the host of golden daffodils is described as fluttering and dancing in the breeze. This is one central line I tried to tie around lots of stories. Personally, this is one of my favorite scenes of the e-poem, we'll play it for you. It illustriously parallels different stories to this line. We view Michelle lighting candles. She's boating with her sister outdoors, at a concert with friends, her fiance on a chase for her. She's finding solace amongst Vietnam and its nature, and even something as simple as camping outside in your own backyard. These gentle, slow, fading images layer upon each other with whimsical, powerful music. text of the stanza is very versatile, moving with each scene, entering into the scene with her cat, floating away, re-entering from a different portion. It's very fluid and clean. It's almost like the lines themselves are dancing and fluttering. One of my favorite themes of the e-poem is when we see clashes or comfortable transgressions between nature and man-made modes of relaxation. We see that quartz candles are used to light up a space. We utilize techniques such as the superimposition tool to layer two scenes together, or here we use a circle scene, a masking tool. We see in the next scene that there is a rectangular framing going on, and all of these images are inherently related. We also use the see-through opacity feature to kind of show two different scenes meshing together. And we also have the use of the reflection tool to basically enhance the images and bring a little bit more life to it. But you can see that all of these different video techniques have allowed me to have two stories running simultaneously, one a little out of view, one maybe more directly in view, but all very applicable. We see images of a sleeping space, a place to think, create, and dream, visuals of a river, of the nature, visuals of an excited crowd. These are all moments that are emphasized, the use of sight, smell with candles, experiences traveling to a new city. All of that is really played upon. I Wandered as Lonely as a Cloud by William Carlos Williams is a journey of individual embrace, going through memories and motions that allow life to be a rich experience, with others and with yourself, with someone you love and your family members. There's magic in each moment, in delving into your surroundings and allowing them to wash over you in solitude. As a daffodil, you are constantly encircled by other successful individuals, feelings of having to please others. But this journey is yours, and all of us share it. Our hearts will fill and bless once we learn to dance as daffodils.
Society surround you, or the other way around. Maybe everyone else around you is displacing their insecurity onto you, and you're reflecting that. You have to stop thinking about what other people are thinking and think about what you're thinking. That's so important. What do you think about it? What makes you happy? What feels right to you? Because if you're trying to please everyone else around you, you're never going to please yourself.